Welcome to FleetDesks ERP. In this tutorial, we will show you how you can add items such as vehicles, SIM cards, or any other office equipment accessories into FleetDesks ERP. So first of all, when you subscribe to FleetDesks ERP, there is no data in the system. There is no primary data, no secondary data. For example, if you want to create a laptop, first you have to tell the system what exactly is a laptop, because by default you know what is a laptop, but the system doesn't know. For the system to learn, you have to create catalogs for everything. For example, if you want to create models, okay, you want to create a vehicle, okay, and you also want to add colors, so there are like hundreds and thousands of possible colors. So the system does not know any of them, so you will have to create your own catalog, you have to create your own vocabulary. You have to do that first. So in order to do that, so how to do it exactly is you go to the store option, and here you go to inventory, and here you go to the define catalog option. Okay, so this catalog, this is basically the knowledge base of the system. So once you sign up, all of this, it will be empty. So for example, if you want to add a name, okay, so you, on the top right corner, you see a button, add catalog, just click on it. You want to add a brand, so this can be a brand for a laptop. For example, I write HP, this is a brand. Okay, and now you want to add a vehicle, you want to add brand Bajaj. Okay, and then there is, you you can add as many brands as you want. Then you want to add cities. For example, I want to add Dubai, so I will have to add Dubai as a city. And then you want to add Riyadh as a city. Okay, now you have added Riyadh. Whatever city, whatever brand, whatever color, so brand, city, color. And then for the vehicles, you have the option to create engine power. It can be a car like 100cc, 200cc, 2000cc, 4.2 turbo, whatever. And then there is invoice code, measure. So measuring are the units for if you want to measure something in kilograms, in liters, in inches, centimeters, feet, square meter, whatever units you want to add. And then there is of course name. Every product that you want to add in the system, it, you have to give it a name. For example, if you, a computing device, or a mobile, or a smartphone, all of those things, they are names. For example, if you are creating an item, the code of the item is 123, but you will not be able to understand what exactly is this item unless you give it, this item, a name. And these names you have to create in the system. So this way, all of your data, it will be unanimous. For example, if you want to add name, I will write here, let's say iPhone as a name. Okay, then maybe you want to add, uh, you can say a truck as a name. Okay, so this can be a truck or any other thing. For example, you want to add item name table. Whatever item you want to add, you have to create your catalogs first. And here then there is name, and then the list of garages where your vehicles go for service, this is also you have to create. If you are creating any devices or mobile phones, you want to create their RAM capacity or internal memory, there is option to create size, the insurance plans, plan benefits. So these are all the catalogs. Once you have created the possible catalogs, we will use this data to create the items that we want to create. So for example, I want to create a vehicle in the system. Now you go to define item, you, on the top right corner, you see the add item button, click on it. And now the first thing that you can see, this is a code. You can change the code. If you don't want to, you can keep the code as is. For example, if I want to add a SIM card, okay, in that case, I will change this code and I will put the actual SIM card number as the code number, because it will be a unique code. I can use the same one. Why do I have to keep two records? Okay, so you have the option to change codes for SIM cards, for vehicles, for anything else. Let's say if your vehicle does not have any plate number, maybe you can use your chassis number as the code. If you don't want to do that, just you can keep it as a random code. For example, I will just refresh this page and there is a random code. Okay, you don't want to put the vehicle code here, it's your choice. You can put the registration number here, but it will make your job much more difficult, because every time you will have to convert the original vehicle plate number toward the system code number. So let's, for the sake of example, let's, I will choose here 87804. This is a vehicle. Okay, now you want to add a plate code. What you can do, you can write W and then you can put slash. As we have mentioned many times earlier, you cannot use dash. Never use dash. Don't use yes, dash. You can use colon, you can use semicolon, you can use comma, you can use dot, you can use forward slash, you can use reverse slash, you can use underscore, you can use parenthesis, whatever you want to use. Just don't use dash. Okay. For the sake of this example, I will use slash W87804. This green tick says, explains that this item is not existing in our system before. This, you can add this item as a new item. What is this item? I will have to select a name. So whatever names you have already added in the catalog, they will show here. So as you can see, I have many names already in the system. So I will choose this one as car. Okay. Now the status, active or inactive. Of course, we are adding a new item. It should be active. Once for the older items which are not no longer in the inventory, or you want to remove them from the system, in that case, you can choose the inactive option. Now the next option, this is very important. This is just a code and this is just a name. If by mistake I put, this is a car, I know that. But what if I select this one as a helmet? Now, how will the system know that this is a car? Because you choose the wrong name. For this thing, we have an option which is the category. It does not matter which code you use, it does not matter which name you use. You have to select a respective category. So we already have created some categories here: vehicles, mobile, SIM card, delivery solutions, helmet. Choose the respective category. For vehicles, it can be a bike, can be a car, it can be a truck, but all of them, they will belong to the vehicle category. Why this is very important? Because once you want to create a traffic fine in the system, you can only create traffic fines for vehicles. You cannot create a traffic fine for mobile. If you want to add a bill, say for the SIM card, you can only do that for the SIM cards. You cannot do it for, for vehicle category. If you want to pay rent, you cannot do that for a helmet. Okay, you can do that only for a vehicle. So whatever items you create, you choose the right category, so that the system knows that this item belongs to this category, and it allows you to do the relevant transactions in the system in the future. If you choose the wrong category, you will not be able to do it. For example, if you select this item and you choose the item as a helmet, or you choose this item as a SIM card, now you want to purchase this SIM card from a supplier who is selling cars at a price of 200,000. You will not be able to do it because this is a wrong category. So choose the right category. Then what, all of this other information, this is a mandatory option, this is a mandatory option, this is a mandatory option, and this is a mandatory option. Everything else is not mandatory. You have options to update those informations. So I will quickly tell you what these informations are. So cities, as if you can see, there are multiple cities. You can choose whatever city you want, you can choose whatever brand you want. Okay, and now I have the option to choose color, I have the option to choose a model year, and now this is very important: type, product, or a service. Everything which you can count, which you can touch, which you can which you want to maintain the records in inventory, that is a product. For example, you are purchasing 10 laptops. You want to know how many laptops you have. Okay, this is 10. This is a product. This, you can count this. If you have a vehicle, if you have a bike, if you have a SIM card, if you have rider accessories, if you have a delivery box, if you have a helmet, if you have uniforms, everything which you want to count the quantity and you want to maintain the quantity in the system, this is a product. And everything else which, for which you don't want to maintain the quantity, Okay, that is a service. For example, you want to purchase cleaning service. Okay, can you say you purchased three cleaning services? No, you will say you purchased one cleaning service at a price of xxx. You will say, okay, I purchased a PRO service, you purchased electrical service, you purchased plumbing service, you purchased taxi. For example, if you took a cab, okay, they did not give you 2 kilograms of taxi service. Okay, everything which you cannot touch, which you cannot count, it would be referred as a service. So selecting this is a very important. If you create a vehicle and you put it in the service category, vehicle system will not work. If you create a SIM card and you select it as a service, SIM card system will not work. You have to choose the right category for every product that you mention in the system. And now there is next option, which is associated customer. If you are adding any vehicle or anything in the system which is you want to associate with a specific client. Okay, for example, if you have pickup services, if you have pickup trucks and you are using those pickup trucks only for Amazon, you can select associated customer there. If you acquired some SIM card with higher data volume for a specific client, you can choose that information here. So this information will be used as a reference for future utilization of that product. Then you have the size option, and then you have associated TF account. So this associate TF account, this is only linked with vehicles. So what exactly is associated TF? Associated traffic fine accounts. Okay, so how this works? You created a vehicle in the system. Let's say you created 10 vehicles. Okay, three vehicles they belong to Dubai, two vehicles belong to Abu Dhabi, five vehicles belong to Sharjah. If you will not select the TF account, then when we will be adding traffic fines, we will not know that this vehicle's traffic fine should go to which account. You will have to choose those accounts every time manually. For example, if you want to add 10 traffic fines, every time you will have to select, okay, this fine, this is for Dubai, this fine, this is for Sharjah, this fine, this is for Ajman. You will have to do that manually. But if you create this associated TF account already, then you can bind this account with this item. You want to create more accounts, just go to the account section, add accounts, and create new accounts. Copy the same properties that are there already for an existing account and create the account there. So this is associated TF account. This is very important when you are creating any new vehicles. This is applicable for both. This is applicable only for the vehicles which are registered under your company. If you have rental vehicles, this does not matter, because even if the vehicle is registered in Sharjah or Abu Dhabi or any Emirates, the invoice which you are getting, you are getting from your rental supplier. So your invoice will go to him. It will not go to the respective Emirates. But if you have your company owned vehicles, of course you have to select the right TF account. Then we have the purchase price and sales price. As this is evident that you, for every product that you want to create, you select a purchase price and a sale price. If you add a laptop, you purchase it for 2,000, you want to sell it for 4,000. You purchase a vehicle for 5,000, you want to sell it for 8,000. Simple as that. Sale price, purchase price. If you don't have it, leave it, because none of this is mandatory. Then there is define date. This is automatically selected. Comments, if you want to add any information, comments, you can add it here. Then this table, this is specifically for vehicles. This table, this is specifically for mobile phones. And this table, this is specifically for SIM cards. If you are creating anything else, ignore these. But if you are creating any vehicle, mobile phone or SIM card, give attention to what I'm going to tell you next. Vehicle info. Whatever number I put here, I will put the same number here. Insured by. If your vehicle, this is insured by Orient Insurance, okay. Does this vehicle have a Salik? Yes, no. Choose the appropriate option. Which garage you want to send this vehicle for repairs? Select the appropriate garage. Engine power, engine number, chassis number. And remember, if, for example, I want to add here something which is 220cc, but I don't see the option, you don't have to go back to the store inventory and catalog. If you go to the type right corner, you can see the option of adding add catalog here also. From here only, you can create whatever catalog you want to add. For example, we wanted to add engine power 220 cc. Simple as that. Once you add it, it will show. You will have to refresh it, then you will be able to see, okay, engine number, chassis number, vehicle related info. If you have mobile phones, you can select mobile phone related information. And if you have SIM card, now give attention to what I'm going to tell you. For the SIM cards, we have associated account, we have a billing account, we have plan benefits, and we have contract expiry date. As you know, that once we acquire a SIM card, oftentimes this comes with a contract. The contract can be valid for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. You can select the contract expiry date here for future references. Plan benefits. If you have 5 GB data, 750 national minutes, whatever plan you have, you want to create more plans, go and create catalogs. Okay, I will select, let's say, this plan. And now associated account and billing account. So once you have acquired a SIM card and the monthly plan is, let's say, 100. So every month you will get a bill of 100. You pay it or you don't pay it, you are getting a liability, you are getting a bill. So on the start of every month, you will be adding the previous month's bill. If you will already associate that SIM card with the brand name, then you will not have to. If you want to calculate your liability for the last month, if you have 5 SIM cards, two from one telecom provider and three from another telecom provider, you will have to select, okay, this vehicle, I have to pay this bill to this company. Just like if you have a Diva and then you have Siva and then you have electricity, you have three different companies. Okay, if you select the wrong account, this money, it will go to the wrong account. But if I will bind my item with the billing account when I am creating this item, then every time in the future I will not have to select those accounts myself. So if I am adding a SIM card, let's say this one, and here I can simply select the billing account here. And associated account, this is the expense account. For example, the telecommunication expense is for SIM cards. Fuel expense, this is for fuel expenditures. So you will not put the telecommunication expense in fuel expenses. So to avoid the complications in the future, just choose the right expense account here. If you cannot find the right account, just go to the add account section and add your account. So this way, we can define any item in the system. So defining means creating the vocabulary and adding the product in the system. For example, here it is important to note that if you add a vehicle here, okay, it does not mean that you will be able to use this vehicle because you have not purchased it, you have not rented it, you cannot do anything with it because you just created a vocabulary in the system. If you are adding a SIM card, if you are adding a helmet, if you are adding a product, if you are adding a table, if you are adding a product, anything that you are adding in the system, this is just a vocabulary. If I create a table, then I will be able to use this item to sell or purchase that item. It can be a service or it can be a product. If you are offering cleaning service, if you are offering delivery service, you will have to create that product here. So here I can show you that I have created a few options already. Bike and rider, this is a service, this is a delivery solution category service. I have a bike with this number, I have a PC with this code, and then I have SIM cards, I have vehicles, and I have a lot of vehicles. Again, I don't have a table. Okay, let's add a table. No, I don't have a table. If you want to purchase a table, you go here, you select table, item category, this is other. And I don't want to, let's say the purchase price is 500 and the selling price is also 500. I don't want to sell it. I just want to purchase it. Keep it 0. Save. Now I have created a table. If you want to purchase it, you want to sell it, now you can use this item. If this item was not there already in the system, you would not be able to do anything with this item. So to summarize, every product or service which you want to add in the system, it has to go through define item option. And whatever product or specific properties or information or name or title you want to use, you have to create those also using catalogs. Once you have created your items, then only you can do the purchases, sales, rentals, service agreements, or anything that you want to do. One very important thing here is, if you come to the define item option, all the items that you have, you want to search any of the items, you just copy that code, and you, if you have any item, you can simply put it in the search bar, and it will give you the result here. Simple. If you want to export all of the information into an Excel, you can use the Excel export feature. If you want to edit, view, delete any of the item, you can use that. And this last badge button, this is for creating an additional code for any item. For example, if you have an item, let's say a vehicle, this is a bike number, okay, and for any reason the plate number got changed, and now you want to use the old number and new number both for this item. What you can do, you can simply come here in the bulk batch option, you can create the new code number here. Whatever item you will number you will add, if this is possible, this is not available like already added, you will get a green signal, then you can use create it as code. Now this item has two codes. You can use code and this code both for your purpose. You can use both of them. If you want to search it from either of them, any of them, you will be able to do that. So for example, I will copy this one, and I will also copy this one, and I want to test this one in general expenses. So select vehicle. I am searching this vehicle with this code. Okay, I can see it 4567876. This is the active code, but I'm still able to search this with an older code ID. And if you want to, of course, test this one with the new code, you can also do that. So I hope this makes sense. This is clear. Uh, and if there is any other further questions, you can always drop a comment or contact our support for further information. Thank you so much.